I'm with Thomas Sean Devine. Can you tell us what happened?
We had a frank discussion. I think there was nothing left unturned. Grant everything was put out there to the minister, and I do honestly believe that he did listen. He did take on board everything that we've concerns about through that whole scheme, between badly defective houses, the side by sides, everything was covered in the grant, and I was sceptical going on thinking that we were going to get a lot more that come from the minister, but I do believe that he will maybe deliver on some of those very urgently. He has been asked to deliver on this urgently, and I think, hoping and praying that he will.
What was your impression of the minister? Did he seem genuine? Did he seem like he would take action?
Yeah, I did get that from him, to be quite honest, and I spoke very last time there before we left the meeting, and I asked him that they come up to conclude urgently about side-by-sides. People with disabilities need this urgent attention, and we do believe that I do believe that he will come very, very quickly with them conclusions.
What would have been your main concern, and how was it addressed?
My main concern is that he goes away from here today with everything on board, and it's not a ticking box exercise or photo exercise, that he will deliver what he's promised to deliver. And in fairness, I got the impression that he will. I know he probably can't deliver everything immediately, but I do believe that some of the urgent things he will rectify straight away.
Was there any talk of a subsequent meeting?
Well, he says he will be back in the very, very near future, so I'm hoping that he will be. He needs to spend, Grant, a day or two here. He needs to see reality. He needs to go into people's homes that's living in this reality. Looking at an odd house with cracks here, there, it's not. He needs to spend time in a house with reality what people's living through. When you open that front door, the dampness, the mould, he needs to see that reality what people's, the mental health. He needs to see it, the whole lot of it. So I do believe, I'm hoping that he will come back and spend a day or two in Donegal, visiting homes, living them nightmares, the community centres, and sees a whole lot.
I've been coming up to Donegal since October 2021, and I thought I understood the scale of the crisis. But a homeowner showed me around Letterkenny last year, and I went back there this year and just myself drove up and down all the Solomon's Court estates. Nearly, I would say every single one of those estates are affected. I was driving from estate to estate to estate to estate that was affected, and it just blew me away because I thought I understood, and I didn't.
Grant, I can tell you now, we live in a Letterkenny, that area you're talking about, there's 1,100 houses that are affected by defective blocks in that one area. That's like, in Letterkenny town alone, there's 3,000 homes affected around the town area. That's not counting the roads out around Letterkenny. That's Letterkenny town. We canvassed knocked every door in Letterkenny. We know, we done a rough count on the estates and that we went under, what was affected areas. And I'm telling you, it's a big problem in Letterkenny town. I would say, Grant, in fairness, Letterkenny MD is probably the biggest affected area in Donegal, especially in social homes.
It would be great if the minister got to see those particular estates.
What I've been told is that he is visiting a house in Letterkenny this evening, and as I asked him in the meeting I'm there, that if we're ever showing him around this home, that it would take them to Solomon's Hill, to take them under them areas, and not just up around Solomon's, like that whole area, the Grange, Chestnut Grove, it's all crumbling. And if you went up to Lisnanen, Lismonaghan, vast amount of housing estates that's coming down. We know where the housing market in Letterkenny for rental, there's nothing. We badly need to go back to this issue about modular homes, to get people out. The social homes, there's 80 social homes lying vacant, that should be go ahead and remit it, get families onto them, get people out, get estates finished. But there's no sense of that urgency yet, but I'm hoping after this meeting today that urgency, the council will get to go ahead to start remitting their own social stock and renovate homes for everybody.
Was there any talk about the Market Surveillance Office being able to do its job properly, and that people can be sure that they're buying a concrete block that's not going to destroy their lives in 10 years' time?
That was brought up today as well about the market surveillance, and he's taking this all back. This recent says last year homes been built with defective blocks. That's still ongoing. So that issue was raised today as well. So we has come back to look at every issue that was raised today, hoping that's one of the issues that's raised, that addresses automatically, because if it doesn't address this automatically, this is going to continue on for years and years. This needs to be put a stop somewhere now where people start to get on their lives and feel secure. Than buying blocks, they rebuild their homes. Buying blocks, that in 10 years it's going to start crumbling again. You know, that's not fair. You know, this I think would be a priority that should have been done years ago when this scheme started, or this crisis started to come about, but unfortunately it wasn't.
All right, thank you very much, Thomas.
No bother,
thank you.